lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's broadcast of Women's Adrian College Soccer against the Mount St. Joseph Lions. I'm your host, Dakota Schneider, and it is a beautiful day out here in Adrian, Michigan. I'm glad all of you could join us today. Today, the Adrian College Bulldogs are coached by Nathan Kronwetter, and the Lions will be coached by Darren Gallagher. It's going to be a great matchup today, and I'm glad everyone is able to tune into the stream today. We're excited to have you. Bulldogs taking a wild stride up to the field at first, getting it sent back to them. Back to number 18, Victoria Pylon. Going to be sent out of bounds for a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Pylon throws it back. Bulldogs sends it up the field, gets intercepted. A little bit of a juggle. Ball taken into the possession of the Lions. Lions seem to be taking a much slower approach than the Bulldogs today. Bulldogs again with the possession. Sent up to number 15, Anna Marie Fosman. Taking it upfield. Sends it to the middle. Kicked out of bounds. Almost by the Lions. Number 26 for the Bulldogs, Melanie Perney, trying to get possession back. Number 24, Sarah Hohenschild, sends it up to number 12, Ryla Mogerby. Pylon with the possession sends it up to number 4, Caitlin Drake. It's going to be sent out of bounds for another Bulldog throw-in. Pylon with the throw, tries to send it deep into the center. Lions struggling to keep possession, get it out of the way of their goal. Ref calls the out of bounds for a Bulldog throw-in once again. Or pardon me, a penalty kick for the Lions. That's going to be sent down the line, deflected by one of the Bulldogs, sent over to Perney again. Back over to Fosman. Back over to Perney. Being sent over to Hohenschild. And dropped back down to the middle of the field. Down to Tegan Bergeron. That's going to be a goal kick for the Lions. Today's goalkeeper for the Lions is Megan Kallmeyer, a freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio. Kallmeyer keeping it close and personal with her defenders, trying to make sure possession is kept tight. Lots of quick back and forth between the Lions. Throw-in is going to be taken by Perney for the Bulldogs. Sent over to Josie Huber. Sent back again to Bergeron. Bergeron tried to send it upfield to Caitlin Dake, but it just got past her. Penalty call is going to be called on Dake for Lion penalty kick. This kick is going to be taking place on the 21-yard line. Haley Trucha with the attempt at the possession, but sent out of bounds for a Bulldog throw-in. Taken once again by Perney. Perney with the possession again. Send it to the middle of the field. Up to Dake. Kelsey Zoli sends it out of bounds for a Lion throw in. Back over to Tritcha for the Lions. Oh, up in front of the goal. Lions attempting to get it out of their goal zone. Lions working back and forth, trying to keep possession. Lots of aggression from the Bulldogs today. Ella Pittman for the Lions, grouped up by the Bulldogs. With a punt all the way downfield by Victoria Pylon. Thrown by the Bulldogs for Perney. Sends it to Fosman, who sends it to Huber. Loses it to Lion control. Bit of a possession scramble. Going to be sent out of bounds by the Bulldogs by Sarah Hohenschild. Pardon me. Hohenscheid. Lion throw-in going to be deflected by Hohenscheid. Sent out of bounds again for a Lion throw-in. Again, I am your host, Dakota Schneider. Thank you for joining us for this wonderful matchup between the Lions and Bulldogs here in Docking Stadium. Lions throw-in, again, deflected by the Bulldogs, but a penalty called on the Bulldogs on Kelsey Zoli, I believe. Lions being pressured by the Bulldogs up in their defense. Lions taking it down the line. Lose possession to the Bulldogs by Huber. Bulldogs taking it down the middle of the field. Lose possession by a wild kick. Perney with possession passes it over to Zoli. Trying to keep possession for the Bulldogs. Back over to Perney. Back over to Zoli. Send it over to Fosman, who kicks it out of bounds for a Lion goal kick. Kallmeyer keeping it close and personal with her defenders once again. Struggling with possession by Dake for the Bulldogs. Sends it right past the net. Let's see if Kallmeyer is going to keep up with her trend of the short goal kicks today. Adrian's goalkeeper, Caitlin Stanton, not seeing too much action at the moment. Number 15, Fosman, sends it over to Hohenscheid. Loses possession to the Lions. Abby Cole sends it over to Lions player Haley Tritcha. Loses possession to Perney for the Bulldogs. Fosman sends it over to Mograb. Back over to Fosman, taking it up the line. Passes it over to Zoli. Shot on goal, sends it just a bit over the net. Going to be another goal kick for the Lions. Another short kick by Kallmeyer. Defenders working together. Nice back and forths. Lions lose possession. Zoli sends it back to the defender, Bergeron, who sends it up to the midfield. Midfield loses possession to the Lions. Lions, with an attempt to pass to another player, loses it to the Bulldogs by Bergeron. Fosman with possession sends it to the middle up front with an attempt to Dake. Again goes out of bounds. Lions definitely taking their time today, passing it back and forth, making their drops, making sure they take those touches just to make sure that they don't lose that possession. But it's not really working too well for them. Lions definitely like to keep it close and personal. Lots of aggression and persuasion by the Bulldogs. Sends it up the field to Perny. With a shot on goal deflected by our own teammate. Zoli with an attempt and grabbed by Megan Kallmeyer. Seems to be signaling to her teammates to move up the field. With Kallmeyer's first long kick of the day. Bulldogs end up with possession. Huber with the ball. Sends it up to Fosman. Gets deflected by the Lions. Lions lose possession once again. That's going to be a penalty on London Frazier for a bit of a rough body towards Caitlin Dake. Bulldogs are going to have a penalty kick. Only 25 yards out from their goal. See what the Bulldogs can do with it. A nice strike right towards the goal, but caught by Kallmeyer. Lions are going to stop the ball, but lose possession again to the Bulldogs. Mogrob going to take it up the line. Shot on goal. Nearly missed grab by Kallmeyer. Looking for options. With another long punt. Whistle called on Bulldog player Melanie Perny for body checking. Lions quick to play the ball. Wild kick sent him possession back with the Lions. Over to Layla Utler. Ella Pittman for the Lions tries to send it up towards the front middle. Loses possession to the Bulldogs. Mogrob trying to keep possession of the ball, loses it out of bounds. Lindsay Bavak for the Lions with the throw-in. Loses possession, and Kelsey Zoli sends it up the field. Right over to Kallmeyer. Kallmeyer rolls it to her defender. Gets it past one of the Adrian strikers. Passes it. Lions barely keep possession. Bit of a pinch on the feet, sends the ball wild. Number 27 for the Bulldogs. Elise Fries sends it out of bounds for a Lions throw-in. Throw-in goes to number 22 for the Lions, Abby Cole. Sends it to midfield. Pass upfield. Bit of an aggressive block by the Bulldogs, so there's going to be a penalty called. Abby Cole and Layla Utzler both stand next to the ball. Abby Call now going to take the kick. Sends it up to the middle, right in front of the goal. Just barely out of the way. Adrian goalkeeper Caitlin Stanton seeing her first bit of action for the day. Going to be taking her first goal kick of this match. Stanton with the lower kick sends it right to one of her defenders. Lion striker keeping hard possession with the ball. Lots of aggression shown by the Bulldogs. Able to keep that ball out of the net. That's Lion striker was number 15, Kiergan Pollard. With a lot of aggression and motivation to get that ball in the net. Just barely kept it out by the Bulldogs. Stanton with another goal kick. Sends it a bit higher this time. Intercepted by a Lions player, Layla Utzler. Taken back in possession by Kelsey Zoli by the Bulldogs. Sends it up to number 15, Foseman. Taking it up the line again. Send it to the middle, trying to get a pass. Loses possession to the Lions. Perney grabs possession again. Sends it out of bounds for a Lion throw in. Bit of change to the active players for the Lions. Number 25, Mackenzie Schneeman. And didn't quite catch that other player. Ball's going to be sent out of bounds for a Bulldog throw in. Adrian struggling to keep possession. Whistle is going to be blown for a Lions possession. Lions really trying to turn the tides on this game. Most of the aggression and possession has been towards the Bulldogs today. More shots by Bulldogs as well. Bit of a mix-up and receiving of the ball. Going to be sent down the line for the Lions strikers. Sent into the middle. Caught by Stanton. Taking your time looking at her options. Waiting for her team to get downfield. Looks like it's going to be a long kick. Attempt interception by the Lions. Ball sent down towards the Bulldogs' goal. And sent out of bounds for a Bulldog throw-in. Perney with the throw-in. Sent to Mogrob. Back to Perney. With the whistle blown and Lions possession. Kick is going to be taken by Alina Shirpina. Pardon me. Shiripa. Ball is sent low to the ground, caught by Stanton. No goal for the Lions. Stanton again waiting to look for her options. Ball up for grabs. Kicked by a Lion, received by a Bulldog. Pylon trying to take it down the field. Pass to Foseman. Over to Zoli, and it passes it back to Lion possession. Bergeron, struggling to keep possession of the ball, is not able to keep it in play. Lion throw in. Lots of head balls by the Bulldogs. Wild ball going to be heading out of bounds for a Bulldog throw-in. Bulldogs taking their time in touches, really working together with their back and forths. Bergeron with possession, slowly taking it upfield. Passes to a Lion by accident. Bit of a rush for the ball up by the Adrian goal. Lions with an attempt. Bulldogs strong on their defense, and it's going to be taken out of bounds. Going to be a Lion goal kick. Kick is going to be taken by Elena Sharipa. Pardon me, no, there's going to be a change. Kick is now going to be taken by Mackenzie Schneeman. There's the kick. Sent to the middle right in front of the goal. Going to be deflected by a header. And Kelsey Zoli is going to send it out of bounds for a Lion throw-in. Definitely a lot better than chancing it getting into the net. Lions throw it in. Headed by a Bulldog. Bulldog possession with Sarah Hohenscheid. Sends it up to Fosman. Back to Zoli. Up to Mogrob. Sent right up in front of the goal for the Lions. Lions now have possession, taking their time, trying to get it down the line. Lions defender looking for her options. Deflected by a Bulldog onto a Lion out of bounds. Bulldog throw in. Hebrew with the possession. Passing it back to Perney. Perney sending it over to Pylon. Pylon over to Fosman. And there's going to be a whistle blown. Lion possession. Bit of a pile up right there in front of the goal. Kallmeyer going to take the kick. And she's going to pass it short to her defender again. Lions passing it back and forth. Lions lose possession to the Bulldogs. Perney with possession. Attempt to send it up to Mogrob. Sends out of bounds though. Short Lion throw in. Right into the mix with a bunch of Bulldogs. Going to be a handball on the Bulldogs. Lion possession. Kick is taken by Jade Carroll. Ball header by Huber for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs send it out. But it's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Throwing over to Zoli. Zoli retains possession of the ball. Sends it to Fosman. And sent into the goal. Bulldogs take the lead for the first goal of the match. 1-0 over the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Let's take another look at that. We're having a couple technical difficulties, folks. Sorry about that. Lions with the kickoff. Sending over to 24, Elena Sharipa. Sent out of bounds. Perney with the throw-in. Sent over to Zoli. Sent up to Dake. Trying to maintain a possession again, not trying to get out of bounds for another Lion goal kick. A little bit of a stumble. Sent over to the midfield. Lost possession and out of bounds for a Lion goal kick. Megan Kallmeyer with another goal kick. Her defender is right by her side. Lions trying to take it up the line. Lions lose possession. And it gets sent out for a Bulldog throw-in. Berger on with the throw-in. Actually, no. A penalty kick. Send it up to the middle. Headed by a Lion. Sent back up towards the goal. Booted out of there. Possession is going to be taken by Freeze. Tries to send it upfield, gives it right to a Lion. That Lion was Alexa Simpson. Lions maintain possession of the ball. Lots of Lion back and forth. Almost lost possession. Whistle is going to be called. Bulldogs are going to have possession with a kick. Kick is going to be taken by Huber. Wide open gap right in front of the goal for the Lions. Bit of a jumble right in front of the goal. Sent over to Zoli. Picked back up by Perney. Struggling to maintain possession and sent out. Lion throw in. Lion player really looking for options. Sent it right in front of her. Back to the throw-in. Scramble for possession. Bulldog player on the ground. Josie Huber. Possession going to be given back to the Bulldogs. Sent over to the midfield. Possession for Bergeron. Sends it up to Pylon. Dake with possession. Trips over her own ball. Trying to take it back. Sends it back over to Huber. Huber trying to move it upfield. Passes it. Blocked by a Lion defender. Lions with a bit of a sloppy kick. Rose Barnes with possession. Tanking upfield. Pass it over to Bailey Dotson. Back over to Barnes and sent out of bounds by a Bulldog. Barnes with the throw-in. Waiting for players to get into position. Sharipa with possession. Sends it back to Barnes. Barnes taking her time. Loses possession by Zoli. Zoli sends it to Pylon. Pylon attempts to send it up to Foesman. Loses possession. Back in Bulldog possession now. Zoli with the ball. Gets it around the defender. Zoli taken down. No call going to be made there. Dake with the ball. It's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Subs coming in for both teams. Coming in now for the Bulldogs is Emma Dalzacchio. And for the Lions, number 13, Sydney Bell. Ball attempted to get to Foesman. Sent back towards the middle by Huber. Lions take the ball. trying to move it downfield. Deflected off by a Bulldog into the out of bounds. Another substitute for the Bulldogs coming in now is number 40, Mary Litzinger. Whistle is called. Lions take the throw in. Bit of a wild kick, not getting the traction that the Lion wanted. Up in the air in possession. Del Zacchio knocked to the ground. Bulldogs will take possession of the ball. Kick is going to be taken by Huber. Sends it over to Del Zacchio. Sends it up to Bree Akins. Over to Zoli. Getting it around the defenders. Sent up to Postman. Back to Zoli. Going to be a collision on the field. And that's going to be a Lion possession. "15 minutes left on the clock here at Docking Stadium. Bulldogs take the lead 1-0 over the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Lions getting it upfield but deflected by a Bulldog defender. Akins with the attempt. Ball sent out of bounds by Huber. It's going to be another Lion throw in. Sidney Bell taking it up the field. Losing possession to the Bulldogs by Tegan Bergeron. Sent out of bounds for another Lion throw-in. Throw-in is going to be taken by Gabrielle Bohm. Bame, pardon me. Bulldogs trying to get out of the danger zone. Back into Lion possession. Zoli with the block. Going to be sent back up the field. Zoli with possession again. Over to Huber. Huber takes her time. Sends it over to Del Zacchio. Up to Akins. Over to Zoli. Over to Del Zacchio. Over to Fosman. Zoli now takes possession after a block by the Lions. Sends it up to Fosman. Gets it blocked. Back to Zoli. Over to Akins. Over to Fosman, taking up towards the goal. Trying to get across. Sent over, blocked by a Lions defender. Grabbed again by Akins. And it's going to be booted out by a Lion defender. Pylon blocks the ball from being intercepted by the Lions again. Going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Taken by Pylon. Another Bulldog substitution now coming in is Gabrielle Bame, I believe, but I believe she was already in. Over to Dake for the throw-in. Lost control and out of bounds. That's not going to be a goal kick. That's going to be a throw-in for the Lions. Sent down the line. Bulldogs take back possession. Send it to the middle of the field. Bame with the leg block. Lions really trying to get it out of their danger zone. Whistle called. Lion possession. Kick sent to the middle on the Bulldog half of the field. Del Zacchio with possession. Sends it up to Akins. Sent out of bounds. Lions will be awarded with the throw-in. Bulldogs grab the ball by Huber. Send it upfield to Dake. Taking it down the middle. Tries to pass it to Fosman. And it's going to be taken out of bounds by Megan Kallmeyer. Not letting Fosman get possession of it. Going to be a goal kick for Kallmeyer. Another short pass by Kallmeyer. Bulldogs able to predict that every time now. Bit of back and forth by Lions defenders. Getting really pressured by these Bulldog strikers. Lions lose possession. Pylon sends it over to Bame. Tries to send it to the goal. Gets picked up by Kallmeyer. Sent it to the midfield. Ball deflected by Bulldogs, and it's going to be sent out of bounds for a throw-in. Both teams seeming to be able to struggle keeping on the ground at times when the ball is being sent into play. Bame setting it over to Akins. Going to be taken out of bounds by Akins. Lion throw-in attempted to Sidney Bell. Going to be sent out again. Now it's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Taken by Del Zacchio. Over to Bame. Pressured by two Lions, one now. Taken out of bounds for a Lion goal kick. Just over 9 minutes left in this half of the match. Bulldogs still up 1-0. Changing into the Lion lineup. Now coming in is Grayson Drew, a freshman from Burlington, Kentucky. Short goal kick to the defender. Lion taking it down the middle. Pass. Possession lost. Akins with possession. Dake with possession now. Shot on goal. Going to be sent through the uprights. Kallmeyer with another short kick. Lions lose possession once again to Huber. Bame with possession right in front of the goal. Passes it. Over to Dake. Dake loses possession. Back over to Bulldog possession with Hohenscheid. Lions with the ball now. Sending it back with a boot to midfield. Going to be intercepted by Freeze. Bit of a scuffle, and a Lion on the ground. Possession taken by the Lions. Lions player Bailey Dotson not able to make the reach for that possession. Gets out of bounds for a Bulldog throw-in. Bame sending it over herself. Lions send it towards the middle on the Bulldog side. Going to be taken by Del Zacchio. Taken by the Lions again. Bit of a scuffle between the Lions and the Bulldogs. Lions take possession. Over to Sidney Bell. Lions moving it down the center field. Blocked by Hohenscheid. Freeze with the interception. Lions take back possession. Lions striker moving it down. Sidney Bell with the opportunity passes instead and loses the momentum. Whistle is going to be called. I believe that's an offside. Caitlin Stanton, the goalkeeper for Adrian, is going to be taking this kick. Giving her a little bit of action. Send it down the right side. Sent up into the air to Alana Earl. Pylon struggles with possession, with the Lions. Pylon takes ball back, trying to move down the right side of the field. Making it past midfield, moving towards the Lions side of the pitch. Passes it back over to Earl. Going to lose control and make it a Lion throw-in. Lions defender taking their time. Back over to Sydney Bell. Defenders dropping it back to each other. Over to Rose Barnes. Barnes struggling with Dake. Passes it to another Lions player. Ball's in possession of Bame for the Lions. Oh. At the Bulldog throw-in, number 21, Josie Huber, is taken to the ground by accident. Possession is going to be kept with the Bulldogs with a kick taken by not Del Zacchio, but instead by Bergeron. Bergeron, pardon me. Kick going to be sent inside the pitch. Going to be kept inbounds. Lions and Bulldog struggle for possession. Tried to cross to the middle, but blocked by a line defender. Huber trying to get possession back for the Bulldogs. Lions taking it down the right side of their side. Mackenzie Schneeman going to be knocked to the ground by the Bulldogs. She's going to get a free kick. Not too far, but not too close into the Bulldogs' territory. Bulldogs making a switch to their active lineup. Coming in now is number 9, Carly Chamberlain. Schneeman with the kick. Sends it right towards the goal. Caught by Stanton. What a great grab by her. Waiting for all of her players to get up front. Big difference between the two goalkeepers today. Adrian likes to send it far. Lions like to keep it close and personal. Long ball sent down all the way to the Lions side of the field. Sent back to midfield by the Lions. Lots of headers. Big boot by Pylon. Sent out of bounds for a Lions throw-in. Less than 3 minutes on the clock here in Docking Stadium. I'm your host, Dakota Schneider. Again, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today. Dake trying to maintain possession for the Bulldogs. Kept possession longer than I would have anticipated. Sent over to Akins. Being heavily pressured. Over to number 3, Greenbaum for the Bulldogs. Sent back to Earl. Whistle's going to be called, and it's going to be a Lion possession. Lions defenders taking their time, moving it up, taking lots of passes and touches. They lose possession by Dake for the Bulldogs. She's taking it right down the middle of the field, right for the goal. Tries to get it around the defender, is not able to. Lions have the ball. Bulldogs keeping it in the middle of the pitch. They lose possession to Freeze. Lions have possession again. Barnes trying to take it up the field. Pardon me. Bame trying to take it up the field. Passes to Barnes. They lose possession. Dake with possession, struggling with Barnes. Pressured by two Lions. Sent to the ground, and whistle's going to be blown for a Bulldog possession kick. Lots of emotions flying into the crowd today. Very loyal Bulldogs here in the stands watching, supporting their players. Very unhappy whenever they get knocked to the ground. 1 minute left in the play for the first half. Bergeron going to send it down the pitch towards the center, right in front of the field, in front of the goal, pardon me. And the Lions are going to send it out of bounds for the first corner kick of today's matchup. Kick is going to be taken by Caitlin Dake for the Bulldogs. Let's see if the Bulldogs can capitalize on this opportunity. Here's the kick. And it's going to be in the goal. Lots of scrambling. That's like how I like my eggs. But it's going to be in the net for another Bulldog goal today. 18 seconds left in this first half. The Bulldogs take the lead 2-0, increasing their lead and upping their chances for a victory in their own home turf. Lots of commotion going on right in front of that goal, but Bulldogs came out on top. Lions going to send it towards the Bulldogs, giving them possession. Pylon with a boot up to the front of the field. Midfield, pardon me. Hohenscheid sending it to one of their players. And that is going to be the end of this first half. Bulldogs maintain their lead of 2-0 at the end of the first half. What a splendid performance by them so far. Lots of aggression, lots of persistence. Number 64 for the Bulldogs, the goalkeeper, Caitlin Stanton. Not seeing too much action, but that's really all you can ask for a goalkeeper. Maybe not wanting to get too much action, but I can see how she would want some. Don't go away, folks. We're going to take a short break here at Docking Stadium. We will see you in about 15 minutes. Enjoy your break, and see you soon.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college. Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to today's matchup of women's soccer here at Adrian College between the Bulldogs and the Mount St. Joseph Lions. I'm your host, Dakota Schneider, and here we are, ready to start off the second half of today's matchup. Earlier in the first half today, the Bulldogs took the lead and maintained it at 2-0. The first one goal being scored by Anna Marie Fosman, and the second by Elise Fries. The Lions begin with possession, sending it back to their defense. A pass over to one of their defenders gets sent out of bounds for a Bulldog throw-in. In total today, the Lions have had, so far, 5 shots on goal, and Bulldogs have had 7. Throw-in, makes it over to Fosman, and gets sent over to Zoli. But she's not able to make it. It makes it a Lion throw-in. Zoli trying to get the ball back for the Bulldogs. Sent over to number 22 for the Lions, Abby Cole. The ball makes its way over to London Frazier. And makes it all the way back over to Cole again. Cole takes it down the line, sends it over to Alondra Sotelo. And the Bulldogs boot it back down to the midfield. Lions still maintain possession of the ball. Sending it back down to their defense. Gabrielle Bain sends it back to Megan Kallmeyer. And she sends it up the right side of the field. But Bulldogs take possession. Hubert boots it up, gets blocked by one of the Lion defenders. Hohenscheid sends it over to Zoli, and that makes its way back to Pylon, who sends it up to Mogrob, and it makes its way back down to Lions possession at midfield. Sotelo sends it up to one of her strikers. Free sends it back over to Dake for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a foul on the Lions. Bulldog possession. Speaking of fouls, in total today, the Lions have had 7 fouls against themselves, and Bulldogs have had 14. 2-to-1 ratio there for the Bulldogs. Header by Zoli. Going to be sent out of bounds for a goal kick for Kallmeyer. Defenders ready for a short kick. And there it is. Ball is in play. Fosman goes to pressure it. Zoli has possession. Sends it up to Fosman. Tries to get it around the defenders. Gets blocked. And it's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Pylon is going to be taking the throw-in for the Bulldogs. Tries to get it up to Dake. Ball up in the air. Missed kick by the defender. And it's going to be another Bulldog throw-in. Taken once again by Pylon. Pylon sends it to midfield, right in front of the goal. Strikers missed the ball and sent out of bounds for another Lion goal kick. Lions send it down to middle field. Lions lose possession and then get it again. Lose it once more. Mogrob taking it down the left side. Tries to pass it to her teammate, loses possession to the Lions. One of the Lions defenders tries to clear it out of their space and makes contact with the referee. Play is resumed. Ball is taken down to midfield. Pylon boots it back up to Mogrob. Fosman taking it down the field. Bit of a scramble. And sends it into the net. Number 15 for the Bulldogs. Anna-Marie Fosman with her first goal of the day. That's going to take, second goal of the day for Fosman. That's going to take the Bulldogs up to 3-0. Let's look at this again. Bit of a scramble between Kallmeyer and Fosman for possession. Kallmeyer not able to keep her hands onto the ball, and Fosman takes advantage and strikes it right into the net. We love to see it, folks. Again, score is 3-0 for the Bulldogs. I'm Dakota Schneider, your host for the day, here at Docking Stadium. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Pardon me, Fosmone. Ball's going to be sent back to Kallmeyer, and she's going to send it far down the left side for the Lions. Going to be kept in bounds by Bulldog player Victoria Pylon. Sent out of bounds, though, for a Lion throw-in. Going to be thrown in by Elena Sharipa. A bit of a mix-up by Alondra Sotelo and one of the Bulldogs. Going to be a foul on the Bulldogs. Lions maintain possession, and it's going to be just called out of bounds. Pylon taking the throw in. She's going to send it up to Zoli. Lose possession. And the Lions, Layla Utzler, is going to send it out of bounds. Pylon with the throw again. And it's going to be a foul called on the Bulldogs again. Arlena Sharipa going to take the kick again. She sends it to Abby Cole. Cole trying to take it downfield. Passes it to Sotelo. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds on the back line for another Bulldog goal kick. Ball is sent into play. Bit of a mix-up. Sent high and far. Fosman and Schneeman battling for it. And Fosmone, is going to be sent to the ground. Yellow card on number 11 for the Lions, Alondra Sotelo. And that's going to be a penalty kick taken by Victoria Pylon for the Bulldogs. 3 Lions defenders getting right in front of her, trying to bide their time. Make sure they can get the rest of their team in check. Referee getting them to the proper distance. Can Pylon take the lead? Up to 4-0 for the Bulldogs. Here's the kick. Going to be sent a little bit further left than she anticipated. And possession is going to go back to the Lions for a foul on the Bulldogs. Kallmeyer with the kick. She sends it far. Going to be taken by, by Bergeron. Sent back to Bergeron after a boot. Freeze has possession for the Bulldogs. Sends it far. Tries to get it to Dake, blocked by the Lions. Hohenscheid passes it back to her defender. They send it wide. Fosmone attempts to send it over to Mogrob. And it is sent out of bounds for a Lion throw-in. Lots of different changes for the Lions' active players. Throw and sent into a big crowd. Bulldogs currently have possession. Lose it to the Lions. They're taking it down the right center of the field. And Stanton is going to pick that up for a Bulldog possession. Fosmone with the possession, loses it to a Lion. Dake with the ball, sends it up to Zoli. Trying to rush to get back to it, and that's going to be sent out of bounds by Schneeman for the Lions. Bulldogs take the throw in. Pylon with the possession, sends it center in front of the goal. Bit of a mix-up. Fosmone with the ball. And that's going to be a save for Megan Kallmeyer. for the Lions. Bergeron took the strike there with the attempt at the 5th goal of the day. Ball is being sent back towards the Lions' goal, currently in possession of the defenders. With a boot up to middle field, header being sent back towards Fosmone, trying to keep the ball at her feet. Gets sent out of bounds by the Lions. Bulldogs have a throw-in now. Fosmone with the send up to the goal, and Kallmeyer's just going to have the easy grab. Kallmeyer throws it out to Gracie Collins. She sends it to Utzler, and it gets sent out of bounds. Pylon with the throw-in. Up to Dake. Dake ricochets it out of bounds. Schneemann with the throw-in. Coming in for the Lions, Lindsay Bavak. Going to be headed by the Bulldogs. Zoli on the ground. Kick is going to be taken by Bergeron. Bergeron sends it to the midfield. Gets it intercepted by the Lions. Sent back towards the goal. Fosmone with the ball. She loses possession. Taken by Bavak for the Lions. She's trying to move it down the middle of the field. And loses it and on the ground. That's going to be a foul on the Bulldogs. Bavak with the ball. She sends it up, gets it taken away by Mogrob. Sends it up to Dake. She passes it up, tries to get it to Fosman, and it's just going to get into the hands of Kallmeyer. Kallmeyer with the boot. Headed by Hohenscheid. Mogrob trying to keep it inbounds, is not able to. But it's actually going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Fosmone sends it to one of her strikers. They send it up. Fosmone with the block and gives it right back to Kallmeyer. Kallmeyer throws it to Collins. She settles it down. Bavak loses possession. Gets it back to one of her Lions, though. Erica Gomez fighting for possession over the ball. She sends it out of bounds. Pylon with another throw to her name. She sends it far, all the way up to Zoli. That gets headed by a Lion. Erica Gomez sends it far to the right corner, and it's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick that will be taken by Caitlin Stanton. Thank you again to everybody who's tuned in today to this broadcast. It's been a wonderful day here in Adrian. Don't forget to like and follow on all of our social media to keep up with all news on Adrian Sports. Lions with the ball at the line. They send it back, but it gets sent up to the Lions side. Defender passing it back to Kallmeyer. She boots it up, trying to get out of the danger zone. Going to be taken by Collins. She passes it up to Gomez. Gomez sends it up, flying into the air, towards the Bulldogs' goal. And Freeze is going to send it out of bounds, slowing down the momentum of the Lions. But it's actually ricocheted off of a Lion. And it's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Now coming in for the Bulldogs is number 14, Bree Eikens. And coming out will be number 18, Victoria Pylon. Foul kick is going to be set up to Fosman. She passes it back to Dake. Dake sends it up, attempting to get it up to Mogrob. But it's going to be lost out of bounds for a line goal kick. Coming in for the Lions now is number 35, Hannah Ford. And number 31, Jaden Wilson. Another short goal kick over to the line defender. Great pressure by Fosman. Fosmone. Pardon me. Going to send it out of bounds for a line throw-in. Going to be taken by Bavak. Sent it to Collins. Back to Bavak. Ricocheted off of Mogrob. Bavak with another throw-in. Mogrob sent it to the middle. Sent out of the danger zone. Eikens sent it to Hohenscheid, but it gets taken by the Lions. Grayson Drew sending it up the field. And that's going to be out of bounds for another Bulldog goal kick. Less than 30 minutes on the clock for the rest of this game. Bulldogs keep their lead 3-0. Bulldogs try to send it down the field, but is blocked by a Lion. Sent up into the air. Zoli trying to take it, but it ricochets off of a line out of bounds. Throw into Zoli. Sent further up to Fosmone. She sends it to Mogrob. Loses possession to Bavak. Mogrob and Bavak fighting for it. Bavak on the ground. That's going to be a foul on Mogrob. Ball's back in play. Bavak with the ball. Sends it up. Ball is blocked by Huber. Lions take it again. Sent over to Eikens, who sends it up to Dake. Up to Mogrob, who sends it up to Fosmone. Right side of the field. Gets it past the defender. And it's going to be taken out of her possession by number 30, Estella Varner. Great play by Varner there, getting it out of the possession of the striker. Fosmone receives the throw-in. It's going to be off on Fosmone. It's going to be another Lion goal kick. Ball is sent towards the midfield, but is intercepted by Aikens. Pardon me. Mogrob is going to send it down the field into the hands of Kallmeyer. Looking for opportunities. Kallmeyer boots it right to midfield. Gracie Collins with the ball. Sends it to her fellow Lion. Lions trying to take it down right side of the field, heading towards the Bulldog goal. Cross it to the midfield. Boot blocked by a Bulldog. And there's going to be a whistle blown. Going to be a foul on the Lions. Kick is going to be taken by Bergeron. Kick is going to be sent far down the left side for the Bulldogs. Zoli. Oh, bit of a collision with her teammate. Lions now have the ball. Lions send it up the field. Over to Freeze, who's going to let it bounce out for another Bulldog goal kick. Stanton's going to send it over to Zoli. She's going to block it for possession. Almost trip over it a few times. Getting sandwiched by two Lions. Bit of a stumble there at the end after the whistle blown. Referee having a word with Zoli. Ball's going to be sent towards the goal by Mogrob. Being sent back down towards midfield by the Lions. Hohenscheid trying to get possession back for the Bulldogs. Forces the ball back outside, but the whistle is going to be blown for a foul on the Bulldogs. Lindsay Bavak with the kick. Analyzing her options. Sends it right into the feet of Zoli. She's running. She's trying to get it down there. She boots it. And the ball's going to get booted back down, out of bounds towards midfield by Megan Kallmeyer. Throw-in made it past the Lions defender. Cross to the middle. Fosmone tried to get it to one of her fellow teammates. That's going to be taken out of bounds by Akins. Bavak with the throw-in. Now coming in for the Lions is number 27, Erica Gomez. Taking the place of Grayson Drew. Hohenscheid sends it over to Mogrob, who will head it out of bounds. Lion throw-in. Over to Bavak. Over to Collins. Over to Barnes, who sends it to one of her teammates. Loses it to the Bulldogs. Freeze kicks it. Zoli with the possession. Sends it over to Perny. Bavak with the ball. Trying to take him down right side of the pitch. Loses it to Freeze with the boot over to Fosmone. Struggles to keep it at her feet. Ball's now at Huber. She tries to send it to one of her teammates. Up comes Akins. Sends it back to Huber. Take it down the line. Crosses it into the middle. Bit of a messy touch by the Bulldogs. Sends it back down to Akins. She's trying to get it. Bergeron sends it to a Lion. Back over to Akins. Huber. Fosmone. Not able to keep up with the ball. Going to be another Lions goal kick. That's some great work between the Bulldogs in these last few seconds. They're trying to slow it down, keep it at their feet, and work together. There hasn't been too many passing back and forth between the Bulldogs today, so it's nice to see it coming into play now. Close quarters passing is where they're really going to start to shine if they can keep it up. Perny with the ball. Sends it to Zoli. Loses to a Lion. Akins with the pass. Wow. Huber with the long high kick, trying to get it over into the net. Just blocked by the keeper, Megan Kallmeyer. Going to send it out of bounds, not able to keep it in her hands. Going to be a Bulldog goal or corner kick, pardon me. This kick will be taken by Tegan Bergeron. Sent to the middle. Whistle's going to be blown. Foul on the Bulldogs. Kallmeyer is going to take the kick. Going to send it downfield. Deflected by a Bulldog. And Kelsey Zoli is going to send it out of bounds for a Lion throw-in. Handball for the Lions. Unable to make out what number of that player, but it's going to be a handball. Huber with the ball. Sending it over to Mascario. Back to Hohenscheid. Loses possession to a Lion. She's going to be taken to the ground, but no foul play. Looks like Sarah Hohenscheid is down for the count. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to you after she's attended to. Don't go away, folks.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives. but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
And we are back, folks. Injury on the field. Sarah Hohenscheid being walked off the field now. She will be done for the rest of the day. Hoping for a fast recovery for her. Ball is now back in play. Booted out of the danger zone by Perny. Going to be booted back towards the danger zone by the Lions. Freeze sends it in the air over to Mogrob. Bavak able to keep it blocked from Mogrob for a Lion throw-in. Bulldogs now hold the ball. Over to Greenbaum, who loses possession temporarily. Loses possession again. Over to Bavak. Bavak sends it to the midfield to Holly Nippenberg, who loses it to the Bulldogs. Zoli with the ball now. She sends it right into the feet of a Lion. Back to Greenbaum's feet. Sending it through the air to Perny. She's able to get possession. Over to Freeze. Takes it, boots it down the field to Fosmone. She settles the ball down, taking her time, dribbling it. Gets past the defender, moving towards the goal, getting closer and closer. Takes the shot, blocked by Bavak. Sent out of bounds. Going to be a Bulldog corner kick. What a great attempt by Fosmone. Able to keep a level head and that ball right at her feet. She knew exactly what her point was, but Bavak came right in where she needed to be. Coming in for the Lions right now is number 12, Grayson Drew, and number 17, London Frazier. The Bulldog corner kick is going to be taken by Zoe Greenbaum. Bulldogs have struggled with getting these corner kicks centered. Let's hope they can get it there now. Kick is sent. Seems to be a slight injury for the Lions. I believe that is number 20, Bailey Dotson. Seemed to be keeled over for a little bit. Ref checking up on her. This is going to be a Bulldog penalty kick taken by Greenbaum. Not sure what the call is on. Wasn't able to catch it. The only thing standing in between the Bulldogs and a fourth goal now is Megan Kallmeyer. Greenbaum getting ready. The kick. Blocked by Kallmeyer. Still in the danger zone. Shot on goal. Just missed the net. That was by number 8, Kelsey Zoli. Great attempts by the Bulldogs, but just wasn't able to make it this time past Kallmeyer. Great stop by her. Kallmeyer going to stick with the close pass to her teammate. Over to Bavak. Icon's going to take the throw in. Send it to Fosmone. Over to the middle. Booted out. Greenbaum with possession. Sends it high into the sky. Kallmeyer going to slam it to the ground and grab it. Make sure that is hers. There's the boot. Sends it more high than far. Going to be headed by Alana Earl. Earl loses possession to number 4, Rose Barnes. She sends it down the pitch, but blocked by Bergeron. Sends it down to Zoli. She tries to pass it, gets it taken away, sends it right into the feet of the Lions. Collins passes it to her teammate. She sends it up into the air. Huber gives it back to Earl. Earl loses possession. Over to London Frazier. Frazier falls to the ground. That's going to be a foul called on Mogrob for the Bulldogs. Just about 12 minutes left in this matchup between the Adrian College Bulldogs and the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Bulldogs currently lead 3-0 with under 12 minutes left in play. Foul kick is going to be received and grabbed by Caitlin Stanton. She's going to send it high and far out to the feet of a Lion, sending it back towards the goal. Stanton going to grab it again. Taking her time, looking at her options. There's the kick. A little bit lower than she might have anticipated. Ball is booted by Bergeron. Sent to Mogrob. Struggling for possession inbounds. It's going to be taken out. Lion throw in. Bavak with the throw in. Gets it past both Lions and Bulldogs. Erica Gomez loses possession. Bavak tries to get it back. Sends it out of bounds. Coming in now for the Bulldogs is number 9, Carly Chamberlain. The throw is going to be taken by Bree Akins. Bavak heads it and blocks it. Sends it over the heads. Bergeron heads it right to a Lion. Number 4, Rose Barnes. Earl sends it up to number 9, Chamberlain. She loses it to the Lions. Huber with the ball. Passes it back to Freeze. She sends it up. Tries to get it to Fosmone. Earl fighting for the ball again. Ball's going to get booted by the Lions and blocked by Bergeron. She swings and misses. Ball's going to be sent out of bounds for a Lion throw-in. Multiple substitutions for both teams. Throw is high over the heads. Going to be kicked out of the danger zone by Bergeron. Over to Kylie Wilson. Over to Greenbaum. Back to Wilson. Oh! She needs some milk. She's on her butt. Over to Earl, who passes it to Chamberlain. Over to Perny. Back up to Earl. Mogrob tries to kick it, gets blocked by the Lions. Zoli tries to take possession, gets blocked by the Lions. Pardon me, not Zoli. Chamberlain. Freeze heads it. Back over to Perny. That gets sent upfield to Mogrob. Possession is lost by the Lions. Back to the Bulldogs. Sends it back up the field towards the goal, taken by the Lions again. Bavak with the ball. Trying to take her time. Passes it to the other side of the field. Up the right side for the Lions. Perny trying to get it back. Going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Coming in now for the Bulldogs is number 18, Victoria Pylon. And coming out is number 12, Mogrob. Pardon me, I can't pronounce that first name. Going to be sent out of bounds for a Lion throw-in. Back towards the defenders for the Lions. Keeps it in bounds nearly. Sends it back to Mackenzie Dotson. Over to Bavak. To Ford. And out of bounds off the Bulldogs. Hannah Ford going to take the throw in. Ford thought Bavak was going to make it further, tried to get it to her, loses possession. Greenbaum taking it further, up the field, centers it, but it's going to go right into the gloves of Kallmeyer. Just over 6 seconds of play, or 6 minutes of play, pardon me, left in this game. Can the Lions manage to get off of the nil score and get placed on the scoreboard at all? Chamberlain taking it down the field, passes it back to Earl. Earl struggling with Bavak. Back over to the middle with Greenbaum. Shot on goal by Pylon. Going to be through the uprights. Now coming into play for the Bulldogs is Cassidy Seaton. Coming in for number 21, Josie Huber. Chamberlain with the aggression. Going to ricochet off of Perny for a Lion throw-in. Barnes gets it to her teammate. Going to be a whistle blown. It's going to be a roughing call, I believe. Actually, no, up close on the sides, one of the Lions players, I can't catch their number, has a cut on their leg, trying to get it washed off. Play has been resumed. Mackenzie Dotson loses possession to Kylie Wilson. She loses it to another Lion. Out of bounds off of the Lions. Coming in now for the Bulldogs is number 10, Emma Dazacchio. She will be taking the place of Melanie Perny. Akins with a throw in. Wilson struggling for the ball. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds. Akins with a throw again. Over to Greenbaum. With a shot on goal that's just going to be a little bit too wide out of bounds. Goal kick for the Lions. Short goal kick to the defender. Passed up to Hannah Ford. Up in the air. Aiken hits it. Bam sends it out of the danger zone. Taken back into possession with the Bulldogs by Dazacchio. She's moving it up. Sends it up to Chamberlain. And it's going to be sent back down the line a bit further out of bounds. Bulldog throw in. Throw in gets passed back and forth. Gets booted up to Greenbaum. Intercepted by the Lions. Taken back by Pylon. She sends it to Wilson. Akins taking it down the line. Goes for the cross. Intercepted by a Lions defender. Lions now taking it down the center of the field. Making it past midfield. Passing it over to 26, Gracie Collins. She loses possession to Freeze. And Freeze sends it out of bounds. Lots of great hustle by the Lions and Bulldogs there. Hannah Ford with the ball. She passes back and forth. Ford with the ball again. She passes it back. Sent up right into the gloves of the Adrian goalkeeper, Caitlin Stanton. Stanton with the high boot right to midfield. Going to be missed by the Lions. Earl with the ball. She passes it back to Dazacchio. Back to Earl. Way far to the other side. Over to Akins. She's not able to keep up with it. Goes out of bounds for the Bulldog, off the Bulldogs for the Lions throw in. Hannah Ford throws it in. Taken again by Akins. A little bit of a scramble back and forth. Seaton sends it up to Greenbaum. Greenbaum sends it far past Wilson. She's going to make a run for it. Mackenzie Dotson sends it to the keeper. And Dotson sends it out for a Bulldog throw in. Akins with a throw. Another Bulldog throw in. Over to Wilson. Back to Akins. Wilson's going to be blown. Foul on Adrian. A little bit of back and forth between the Lions defenders. And with the clock running out of time here, that is going to be the end of today's matchup. The Adrian Bulldogs take the win over the Mount St. Joseph Lions 3-0. It's been a heck of a game, folks, and it's been a great day for it. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. I've been your host, Dakota Schneider. It's been a pleasure being able to commentate this game for you. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day and weekend, and I will see you all next time. Take care.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. 161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that in